as much as I love Luka, I'm Mavs first still. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I'm holding it down for the Mavs, and hopefully we get to pull that W off. But Luka finna come with it. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, and I don't blame him. I actually want him to do that.
You didn't think this would turn into this, did you? Just walk me through everything that's been going through your mind over the last, 72 hours, just really the last few weeks, just starting with the Luka trade and all that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, I'm a Mavericks fan, been that for life since we had Jason Kidd the first time, the second time, like I was a little kid, in Mavericks jerseys before we was even good. So I always been a Mavs fan. Obviously, the Dirk era was crazy. When we got Luka, it was a new era of that. And I was a huge fan, still a huge fan. I think Luka is one of the most special generation type players we've ever seen, in the entire NBA. And just like everybody, I was caught off guard with the trade. So when the trade happened, even right now when I see Luka in a Lakers jersey, it just don't even look real. It don't look real. But long story short about the video, we have been shooting this video for a while. I'm a Mavs fan. I've been doing stuff with the Mavericks for years, different things. I performed at the halftime during the finals last year. So when I was booked for the halftime show, we thought it was a good idea to be like, okay, we got this Mavericks anthem. We need a visual for it. We should start shooting this now. Yeah. Make some of the halftime performance part of the show. Part of the video, and just that in the capture the vibe of what's going on in the city and the atmosphere in the arena during the finals, because it's a whole nother level. Yeah. So we want to capture that in video form, which is why a lot of that video was shot during the finals of last year when we played Boston. So long story short, that's when we started shooting the video. Now, once the season was over, we still needed some different parts, so we ended up shooting a studio scene. And then when the season started, it was about trying to time it up when to drop this video, when the morale is right, because that's when you kind of got to drop it. So what happened was, we was getting ready to drop the video earlier in the season, and then the Clay trade happened. When we got Clay, we was like, okay, we got Clay is a big fish, so we need to let him play, get some highlights. We need to add him in the video, so we waited. We added Clay in the video. Then we had the video perfect. I mean, honestly, it was Luka dominant, because obviously he's the leader of our team. So it was mainly Luka, Kyrie, and Clay, and there was a lot of other, highlights in there as well. PJ, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that, that we know from the Mavericks. But we had it timed out to where we was getting ready to drop this video, literally, like we finally got to where, okay, we got past the Clay trade. It's a good time to drop this video. We had a date set and everything. And it was the same week. So Luka got traded on a Saturday night. Yeah. We was gonna drop that like on that Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be that week. Yeah. I already set in stone, video done, Luka highlights everywhere. Nobody in their mind is thinking Luka finna get traded. The trade happened. You know what I'm saying? We shot, obviously. I didn't even revisit the video for like a week, because I'm still getting over the trade. Yeah. So once we finally set in and was like, okay, this a real thing, like it's just gonna be what it is, we decided, okay, we got AD now, so now we need to add him in there. You know what I'm saying? So he played the game. He got hurt the first game, but he had 3 amazing quarters, so he gave us some highlights. So we ended up including those highlights in there. And a long story short, we had so many transformations of this video that it was hard to get it to a spot to where everything could come out, simply because my team produced this, for one. I collabed with the Mavericks with it, but my team put it together. Yeah. And it was our vision. And if the Luka trade don't happen, it's the perfect video. But once the Luka trade happened, we obviously knew we had to take out all the Luka clips, which all the Luka clips really took out. The stuff that was edited was other players that we realized later was in there and wasn't a part of the team. The Quentin Grimes and Max Kleber, shout out to them. I love them too, they're great players. So long story short, that's what it was. It was really simple. It wasn't like the Mavericks did this. It wasn't no type of shade to Luka. Matter of fact, the first video was honoring that it was Luka. It was probably 70% Luka highlights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just because he has so many. And so to clear it up, man, the fans, the trade got the fans on edge. You know what I'm saying? So it don't even matter, like, and I think we kind of underestimated that, which not really, because I already knew. So we basically want the find a good time for the morality to be high, which was like after the break. Cause you know, it was an All-Star break and then they take like a week off. Yeah. So we're like, this is the perfect time to drop the video. It's a break. We got new highlights. We want to amp up the Mavs Nation. We know everybody down right now because of the trade. So my thing was, as an artist and a fan and you know, being who I am to the city and my connection with the Mavericks, I'm coming in with the mindset, okay, I'm going to raise the morality of the Mavs fans. Like, this is going to be something to take it up. And that was my intentions, you know what I'm saying? And everybody loved the song in the video. They just thought that it was coming from the Mavericks and it was some type of slight towards Luka because the little edits in there, they was thinking they was taking Luka out and they was thinking it was done on purpose. And that wasn't the case at all. So long story short, it blew up and hit TMZ and hit all these different platforms and it just went crazy, man. You know, I'm getting calls about it being on SportsCenter and everywhere, and it just went a whole different way. Like none of that was intended, and it's just been going crazy ever since then. But I'm just here to let everybody know, and especially the Mavs Nation, the MFFL, that our intentions were good. We love Luka. We're gonna always love Luka. But we still got a dominant Mavericks team. You know, shout out to Kyrie, Clay, PJ Washington, AD. You know what I'm saying? Everybody we got, Max Christie, man, we got a nice squad and people that been putting in work, man. So I just want the fans to know that we here, we still a championship contending team, and we lit right now, you know what I'm saying? And it do hurt that we don't have Luka, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Luka gonna always have a special place with the Mavericks. At the end of the day, his history can't be erased.
And seeing just like how fans express themselves after that trade. I mean, the protests, they would get kicked out of the games, the fire Nico, they coming at the Adelson. Like, see, just give me your thoughts on just seeing fans react the way that they did.
I think it's a lot of different ways to look at it. Now, obviously, the fans gonna be mad. Luka is homegrown, generational talent that we grew here in Dallas. You know, he been getting scouted since he was a teenager, you know, from the Mavericks. And like he came in very young, been here, you know, his whole career up until now. And the fans grew with him, you get what I'm saying? And that's something, so when you pull him apart, you pulling away like the culture, you pulling like a heartbeat away from
the fabric of your team,
Exactly, so I understand the fans' outrage, you get what I'm saying? And it's gonna probably be there for a while, you know what I'm saying? I definitely understand, but at the end of the day, what's on the front of the jersey is Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I represent. So I'm always represent the team and the squad regardless because I represent the city of Dallas. And you know, so my thing is to get level-headed when emotions are high. I still have to be level-headed to be able to create stuff that's still gonna bring the morality of the team up and represent the city of Dallas. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Moving forward, what's next with the video and just the project that you guys have done with Matt? Because I've been in the games and I've heard the song. But like you said, it needed the video with it. So
yeah, for sure.
What's next with the
video?
So
we still gonna shoot. Obviously we're gonna clean up the video. We're gonna give it some time, get some more highlights. Come probably with a different creative direction. You know what I'm saying? Basically reshoot the video. Yeah. And my hopes is to put it out either before the playoffs, but at the latest next season. You know what I'm saying? So the song and video have somewhere to live for the Mavs Nation. Because the song is received well. Everybody loves the song, you know, and it deserves a video, you know. So that's where we at with it. We're just going to give it some time. We're going to let the fans, you know, kind of get over what's going on, you know, because it is a tough time and it's going to be like that for a minute. So, you know, we'll find the right time to put it out.
Yeah, and you know, they play tonight.
They play tonight. Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, man.
What do you think that'll be like to see? I mean, we've seen it. It does not look. It's like when LeBron first got to LA. I'm like, man, this don't look right. But just what do you think it'll be like to see him going up against that? I mean, this is his city.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
I think Luka's gonna do what Luka do. What we know Luka do. I think nothing changes. I think he goes and be the Luka Doncic that we always know that he's been. But I think the Mavs are still the Mavs. You get what I'm saying? I'm still as much as I love Luka, I'm Mavs first still. You get what I'm saying? So I'm and I'm holding it down for the Mavs, and hopefully we get to pull that W off. But Luka finna come with it. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, and I don't blame him. I actually want him to do that. You get what I'm saying? Because he deserved that. You feel me? So I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be fun. The players understand it's a business, and you know they understand that at the end of the day, these type of things can happen, you know, as shocking as it is. But I think we play good. I think Kyrie does his thing. I think Klay plays well, you know what I'm saying? I think the Mavs pull it off. But it's going to be tough in LA. We're going to see. We're going to see.
Man, Luka finna drop 50.
He might go for 50. Yeah. I'm gonna say he gonna go for 38.
Yeah.
That's gonna
you heard it here, folks. 38.
Yeah, 38.
Take it over. Take your picks. And what is it like for, you know, you as a Dallas native to just be a part of just, you know, your team that you watched growing up, to be a part of the Mavericks and to work with them on this stage? What is that like for you?
I mean, it's one of my favorite things. Out of the things I've, you know, accomplished as an artist, it's one of my favorites, being able to do stuff for the Mavs and the Cowboys, who also do stuff with the Dallas natives teams. Yeah. Because, you know, for one, it's not really easy to do for a lot of different reasons. In that creative space, you got to think a lot. When I go create a regular song, it's just whatever I'm feeling. Mm-hmm. I can create it, no matter what it is. But when I'm creating for something like the Mavericks, I'm thinking broader. You know what I'm saying? I got to think about everything. I got to think about the players. I got to think about the fans. I got to think about the arena. I got to think about the energy. I got to think about what's actually being said. It's a lot that goes into it, so it's a harder project to make. So when you make it, it's something more to be proud about, you know, especially if you achieve what you're trying to achieve. So anytime I do something with them, which is why this video was a big deal to me, you know what I'm saying? I've been shooting it for a while. I was hurt that it, you know, had to be taken down, but I understand as well. But with that being said, man, I love it. You know, I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm excited.
Yeah, how is this just, you know, like you said earlier, it's just a growing pain that fans just unfortunately had to get over. And honestly, one of the things that made me feel better just about it was how hurt Luka was.
Oh, for sure.
Like
for
that
sure.
brother.
Oh yeah, he's hurt, and he's gonna be hurt for a minute. You know, This was home to him, and he was, you know, comfortable here. He loved playing here. You know, we seen that. He was passionate. The fans was passionate about him. You know, I seen Luka on and off the court, like really embracing the fans. So it was a real connection. You know what I'm saying? So that's like getting torn away from family. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Luka is definitely hurt about it. But you know, he's a strong guy. He gonna be able to carry on for sure.
And talk about, because you see the Mavs just in a different light than many other people do, just how community and how a part of this community that they are. You know, you can have scheduled events where players go to, but I mean, they'll go on their own and do things and just talk about how they're a part of the community as well.
Over the years, you know, I've seen a bunch of players be just a part of the city of Dallas, and that's like my favorite thing. Is like when the players get comfortable enough to feel like they're from here or they're represented to where, you know, you could see them at a food place or out at a restaurant or you know, or even at a bar or a club or whatever, you know. So that's the beauty of it when they start coming and they adapt and they start feeling like it's home. And Dallas and Texas is a place that show a lot of hospitality. So we really cherish our players, you know. So that's dope.
And what do you tell fans that are still hurting? I mean, obviously tonight's gonna rip the Band-Aid off the wound, but what do you tell just fans?
Man, we still got some of the best players in the world, some of the best players that ever played the game on our team. So it's something to be proud about. We still the Dallas Mavericks, you know. We still are who we are, and we still a championship contending team, you know. So we haven't lost a step on that. I would tell them also that it's gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? It's like going through a breakup. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take time to heal, but we will get there. You feel me? At the end of the day, we will see the light at the end of that tunnel for sure. Yeah,
for sure. All right, let's talk a bit about your just career as a Texas rapper. So I mean, when you think about, and when I think about just Texas rap, hip hop, and culture, you know, y'all are in a group of y'all own. I mean, some of the best rappers in the game have come from this state. Just talk to me about when you knew you wanted to be a rapper and just starting your career.
So I started rapping when I was in high school. You know, I always loved hip hop. You know what I'm saying? From when I was a kid, I liked it, the Tupacs and the Bone Thugs and Harmonies and all that stuff. But I didn't want to actually start rapping until the Texas wave started happening. You know, when the UGKs and the Lil Flips and the Swisher House and the DSR started happening, because now it's in my backyard. I'm seeing Texas on the mainstream, and I'm getting more influence. And Then it started coming even closer to Dallas with like the DSRs, shout out to the Tum Tums and Big Tucks. And now I'm seeing it really in my backyard, and I'm in high school at this point, and now that's what influenced me to jump off the porch to want to start writing and recording songs and dropping mixtapes and, basically coming into that light. Because I was actually a baller, I was a hooper, what I'm saying, which is another reason why I got a big connection with the sports world as well. But like I started loving, the escape that I could get from writing and doing music. And once I jumped in it, like I never looked back. And ever since high school to this day, it's been my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Talk about, obviously, ice cream paint job. Man, I remember walking through elementary school screaming that, didn't even know what it meant.
Yeah.
But rapping that, get big, walk that walk. Just talk about your big hits and the moment when you heard they were, gaining,
traction.
Yeah.
Platinum, having platinum and gold records, man, is a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? But the journey is what I love the most. To see me starting out from mixtapes and small performances to big performances, then getting to where I'm getting albums and I'm dropping the singles like Ice Cream Paint Job, Get Big, and Walk the Walk, and all the records that's coming after that. It make me reflect on the journey, because I remember starting in a closet. I remember starting, with no studio and just building up. So the journey is the more important thing. But it does feel good to have big records that people to this day, cite these records growing. Every day the streaming is just blowing up. It's like it goes viral on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. Like weekly, you know what I'm saying? A lot of my songs do that. So when I see stuff like that, it just let me know that I created some timeless art, and that's where I try and aim when I'm creating. That's the best part of it.
Yeah. How do you think you've helped Texas rappers also, after you, Travis Scott, even in Dallas, Big X, you got 4 batches. How do you think you've helped, continue that legacy of Texas rap and hip hop?
Well, I'm assuming and hoping that it was the same way that I was led into rap by, seeing success close to you can influence a lot of people. So I'm assuming, and I've even heard stories from rappers that's from Dallas that was inspired just by some of the stuff that I've done, and that also makes them have that confidence. So that's the main thing, just putting on for the city, representing it. The more that the city is in the light, the better chances that rappers from the city can come out, because people are paying attention to it. People look at it a certain way. So I know, I contribute to that, as well as other rappers, and I'm gonna continue to do that. So I just think it's about an influence and inspirational type thing. Sometimes you need to see something that's from your city or wherever you from, to energize you and give you that confidence that it can be done. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people don't know that. And I think that's a part that I played in it.
Yeah, for sure. And what all are you doing now? Obviously, you work with a lot of the Dallas sporting teams.
Yeah.
But talk about all that you've done now, thanks to your
career. Man, recording a lot of music. I've been dropping records every Friday. I'm gearing up for a new album. Actually, 2 projects this year. I'm trying to drop one in the summer and one in either the late fall or early winter of this year. And that's all I've been doing is working on music, touring. You know what I'm saying? Just got off the road, going back on the road next week. So between touring, recording, and family life, that's my life, man. I record. I'm trying to get back in the gym. I'm trying to get in my fitness. I'm trying to do all that. But music, traveling, and family life is what it's about for me right now.
Talk about how Dallas has always been home and it's still home for you. I mean, you're a huge artist, but you still live here.
Yeah.
Where it all started. Why Dallas?
Dallas is just home, and I love it. It's a growing city. It's always been the city that it is. I have took some time away. I went to LA and lived out there in Cali for a while. I spent time in some different places, but it only made me appreciate Dallas more. It's more of a thing where, the more time I spend away from it, the more I want to come back to it, and that's a good thing. I just love everything about it, man. Our culture, you know what I'm saying? Our food, our sports teams, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much here that it makes no sense to really want to live anywhere else. And I think I'm gonna be a Dallas native for life.
That's what's up. So April 9th, Lakers.
April 9th?
Yeah.
Oh, they want to come back, huh?
Yeah. Are you doing anything with the Mavs in, or?
I ain't thought about it, but now I guess I need to start thinking about that. I'm always do something with the Mavs, man. Like anytime I can come in and do some creative stuff with the Mavericks, I'm gonna do it. You know, April night, I just hope to be in the building that night. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm not on the road or nothing like that. Because sometimes, you know, it could be open and then a booking can come and it makes sense for me to go do the booking. But hopefully I'm in town and I'm just in the house watching the game, enjoying it. And if I can do something to, you know what I'm saying, to help out my team and the energy, I'm going to do that. But other than that, I just want to be in the building.
Yeah. So, I mean, last year they said he went to Boston for the finals. It was crazy. We were just talking. I was like, what if it would be if the Lakers and the Mavs were in the Western Conference? This place would be
possible, actually.
It is.
It's
but
very,
people
very
forget.
possible.
AD healthy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
If the Mavs lineup is healthy, that's the best team in the NBA.
Exactly. 1,000%.
Like, people forget.
And that's what. And that's what the emotion's so high that people are not able to logically process that right now. They'll see though. You know what I'm saying? Because even without being healthy, we still playing really good. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good sign. But yeah, it's very possible that we can see that lineup, and that's gonna be, I mean, words, man. That's gonna be exhilarating. You feel me? Like, I actually hope that happen. I hope that happen. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for the NBA. It's gonna be good for everybody.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add? Anything y'all got?
Yeah, when we were doing the video, we didn't want it to be dated. You know, we wanted to have a timeless feel, and it represent just the Mavericks, the current climate of the Mavericks, and it was other players took out, and it was no disrespect or slight to them. It's just that we didn't want the video to be dated and the fans see it and be like, oh, these players are not even with the Mavericks no more. They must shot this and that. Or we just want to be as current as possible. So that's the reason why some of the other players was took out as well. But like I say, man, we respect anybody that put on a Mavericks jersey. I'm always have respect for them. Sometimes I see these players that play with Mavericks, and I see them other places in the country or sometimes here. And I still feel a connection with it because it's like, I remember when you was a Mavericks, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to anybody that was a Dallas Mavericks, man. We'll never disrespect them in any kind of way. And we just want the video to be, current to the fans and what's going on right now.
Gotcha. So we're looking at playoffs as late as next season when it'll.
Yeah, because we wanted to live on the internet. We want to create something. And honestly, I think that video got so much coverage in so many different ways that I can come and do a clean slate and shoot an entire different video, and I think that's where we're gonna go. But I think I'm gonna make it more timeless and maybe even some classic Maverick stuff as well, because I never forget about the Dirk era and the Michael Finleys and all the stuff, Jason Kidds and everything. So I think I might even go that direction as well, as making it more of a timeless classic like video for the Mavericks. And yeah, we definitely gonna get it this year in 2025 though, for sure, 1,000%.